turn my mic volume up, turn yours up, and go ahead and say something for the audience, Jackson.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
And there is no picture that I can see at the moment.
Okay, that's weird. I mean, it's gonna be a bit behind.
I set it to 30 seconds. Okay, yeah.
You can see something now?
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it for a little bit, see if there's audio. Can't hear anything at the moment.
You should be able to. Yeah, let me see if I can, audio output, desktop, and then input.
Hold on, stop talking for a second. Alright, yeah, it's definitely working.
Okay.
Yep. It is streaming. That is cool. Everything good on your end?
Should be. I'm just sending a very quick Discord message, and then I will start. So, hi, Jackson!
Hi, Alex.
So, for anybody that sees this in their subscriber box and is tuning in, my name is Alex, or Binary. I've had very many aliases over the years. And we have Mr. Davey Jackson, whatever the fuck he wants to be called these days.
My name is Jackson.
Yeah. And we are here to. I mean, I guess should we mention like what this season that's coming up marks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is just the finale of the series. Basically, is what we're here to celebrate. We're just here to talk about how far we've all come.
Yeah.
From start to finish, from because we weren't always A-list actors and hit big Hollywood productions to rival Captain Sparkles himself. We used to spend hours laughing about how an animation looked like you were dragging your ass across the floor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you remember that?
I remember that very specifically.
Yeah.
That was all Roger.
Oh god.
He sat down and literally just started. You would just hold shift and press W, and you just dragged your butt on the ground.
Roger's a man now.
Yeah.
Like he's a dude now.
He's got 2 jobs. He works all the time. Parties.
Yeah.
Full grown man.
Did the episode just reveal what happened to him?
Yes. Well, the episode that went up, it's made to seem like he is dead, but on the record, it's debatable because there was no body found. It just seemed like all of himself and his battalion or whatever battle they were involved in. It just seems like he didn't make it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, just in case sometime in the future Roger wants to make a cameo appearance for a short time.
That's
his character. Like, it could be possible. So at the moment, he's technically dead, but.
So real quick, Mr. Fleming, why don't you tell the audience how you came up with the idea for the series?
Oh, it was very, very simple. I remember a lot more than most human beings, I like to think, and specifically about this series, really. And it played a huge part in my upbringing. I don't know if anyone else feels the same, but I love this series, and I enjoyed it the entire way through. It's obviously not done yet, but I'm still
This was a series that was in everybody's childhood lives.
Yeah, really. I love seeing those comments of people saying that they can't believe it's so old now and they remember watching it when they were like young. It boggles my mind. And even me and Joseph, JRH724, yes, he's alive, to all those people that continuously ask in the comments. I talked to him very recently. We talked about that specifically, how it's crazy that we played a huge part in some people's childhood. Like, it's insane. Like, me and Roger, the whole idea of the series started with me and Roger. We were literally just in the exact room I'm sitting now, in my gaming room. At that time, it was just completely empty with one computer desk and a computer in it. We were just like, let's hop on Minecraft and just download that really popular survival island map.
That was everybody's thing.
Yeah, and then we just said, let's just role play that we were stranded and let's try to survive. And that was that was the basis of it. And then around part 3, I know around that time we were like, hey, Herobrine is a really creepy entity.
Yeah.
So why don't we dedicate this series, this role play, to us trying to avoid Herobrine? And obviously it went on and on and on, and added elements to the story and got more serious about it, added more cast members.
Complex.
It's very, very complex at this point in time. So
I remember...
It really has grown.
I remember how I discovered the series.
Were you a fan? Were you...
I was!
I can't remember.
I was. So, well, I wasn't a fan, necessarily, but I was... I saw the series in my recommendation. You guys had literally just started doing Season 2. Like, Season 2 had just started.
No, we were... Was it Season 2?
I think it's whenever the two.
It was.
It's like
we were just about to start doing Season 2, and at the end of Season 1 is where it's revealed that Trilon, or well, at the time, Davy had his memory wiped and he was actually a Time Lord. That was when the Doctor Who aspect came into it, as the end of Season 1. And then when Season 2 started, that's when I think you commented on something, and we were like, hey, you can join in?
I commented on something. My first official episode was 9, and it was a 2-parter. And,
wasn't that the 2 Trilons?
That was the 2 Trilons.
I love that episode. You came up with that.
I did, because I had watched a multi-Doctor special, and I believe the first one that I had watched was like the 3 Doctors, which was was Doctor Who's first one ever, because God, what season was it? I think when we came up with this, when we did this episode, Matt Smith was still the Doctor.
Oh yeah,
It was Season 6, right?
No. 2013, the year that this all started, the Herobrine series. 2013 was the year, I believe, he regenerated. But during the time that you came into the series, Matt Smith was still going strong. It was actually between the time of the Doctor and the day of the Doctor. That was the time period in which you came into the series. Like, it was before John Hurt, before all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember, because I remembered how the Day of the Doctor had directly influenced the Herobrine series, where John Hurt was like, we were doing the Time War, and for my entire life as a Doctor Who fan, Paul McGann had been the Doctor that fought in the Time War. The 8th Doctor had been the one that pushed the button, and then he'd regenerated into Christopher Eccleston. For most fans, that was how it went down. So when you were like, okay, Alex, you gotta be John Hurt now, I was like, can I be Paul McGann? And you were like, no, shut the fuck up and be John Hurt. So I had to do this very awful old guy accent for the entire beginning of Herobrine's special. I hated it.
Was that was the beginning of Herobrine, right?
Yeah, that was the beginning of Herobrine.
Yeah, I liked making that.
That was fun.
I intended it for it to be like a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what I was thinking at the time. It could have been a lot better.
It could. Well, I believe what had happened was like we just hadn't really written it out well. I think.
Yeah. We didn't script anything at all back then, and I think if we did dedicate that to scripting, it would have turned out a lot longer and a lot better.
We were. Right. I think we were still we were in the middle of doing Reckoning when this came out. So you wanted to make something that explored the origins.
I'm pretty sure we finished.
Did we?
Finished Reckoning, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the beginning of Herobrine was in between the end of Reckoning and the beginning of Downfall. We just wanted to do some sort of prequel thing.
Downfall is the longest.
Oh yeah. Downfall. It started out as Herobrine's Downfall, and all the thumbnails from the previous series it still says Herobrine's Downfall, but the official title is Herobrine's Conquest. At the moment, I don't know. I don't know why I exactly changed the title. I think I was trying to attract more searches because I wanted more viewers. I just wanted to make something more friendly to the searching. That's why I had put like a Doctor Who Minecraft movie, so if people are searching for Minecraft and Doctor Who.
It would show up in the algorithm.
That's why I renamed it.
I thought that Downfall was always such a better name.
I did too. In hindsight, I wish I'd kept it, but at the same time, Herobrine's Conquest fits also.
Yeah, and I think like back to how like we came in, like I came in because we talked about the Time War for. So what had happened was I left a comment on the video and I was like yo, I got an idea for an episode, and then we added each other on Skype, and there were some hiccups. Like basically I pitched an idea as like, what if your future version showed up? And left all these ominous hints about the future. So, which you never regenerate. You were never going to regenerate it in that trial, I don't think.
Oh no!
I'm waiting for you to like regenerate it.
I honestly might not ever do that because, as it has been stated, Trilon is immortal.
Yeah.
Like
infinite regeneration,
as determined by the Time Lords. Mm-hmm. So that's really why I don't think I'll bring that up, because Trilon, even after the series is done, he's not going to die.
I remember
that's not going to be the ending.
We've had so many retcons in this series because I remember the.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to make a video dedicated to the retconning because there's so much content in the older episodes that canonically now
it does
never happen.
Yeah,
it doesn't exist.
Like I think the two Trilons is the biggest. Like it fucks up the continuity.
It does.
Like
bit, yeah.
he does get that version gets erased at the end. I think
he does. Yeah, I think he does.
He gets erased at the end.
Yeah.
Which is why he sacrifices himself. And then something happened where it was for some reason, you decided to turn it into a pirate show.
Oh yeah, I got addicted to. Here's the thing. This also plays into the retconning thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain series that I involved into the central Herobrine series.
Transformers.
Oh yeah, Transformers. Well, here's the thing. I don't regret Transformers because
Jason
never would have cast Jason.
Well, I think Jason could have been better if you hadn't casted him as fucking Soundwave.
Yeah, true. But at the same time, I don't really regret it. But like, if I were to redo the series, Transformers, Pirates of the Caribbean, like none of that would exist. I would leave in Lord of the Rings because that first arc was enjoyable. I really liked that. It was an interesting concept, like the multiverse thing. That's when that came into play. And obviously there's a lot of things that I have retconned in my mind. Like I know what events that are in the episodes that didn't happen, and I know what did happen canonically. I just haven't disclosed specifically.
The multiverse thing made me want to do, like, not Doctor Who, but like let's say like some other universe where this isn't going on. There's like superheroes or some shit. I want to play the villain. I'll always want to play the villain.
Yeah, that was my basis for the main idea of Reckoning. I wanted to play the villain for a little while, so Tron went bad.
Yeah.
And I understand. Like, I like playing villains. I explicitly decided to voice Herobrine because I like to do the evil stuff. Both of that and I could not find anybody that just did it the way I wanted it. Like,
Right.
Herobrine is supposed to be an extremely powerful, extremely threatening character, and I just could not find someone that could bring that to the table.
The longest voice actor for Herobrine, I think, was Dusty.
That was my favorite person. Like, I like Dusty as Herobrine. He did good.
I hear Dusty is back from whatever it is, but I have no way to contact him.
I haven't spoken to him since he stopped voice acting. Like, I hardly remember even speaking to him because that was so long ago. Like, I feel like I don't even really know who he is anymore. Like, it's been that long.
I'm just thinking about, like, all the voice actors we've had. Like, as Notch, too. Like, there was a point where we just got so tired of our Notches not being able to do stuff that I just started voicing Notch.
You did with Notch what I did with Herobrine.
Yeah, because, like...
Notch and Herobrine are very specific characters that... I don't like to boast, but I think me and you are very good voice actors. I think we have a lot of experience.
We knew what we wanted.
We knew what we wanted them to sound like. We knew what we wanted them to act like. But there are a lot of people that didn't really understand what we were wanting.
To be fair, we didn't get good voice actors until recently. Like, Diana was good.
Oh, yeah.
Diana was good.
Speaking of Diana, I've been meaning to message her.
Yeah.
I think the next 2 or 3 episodes I'm gonna write her back in.
Yeah, well, we did write her in the later half, but as her evil character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which we won't talk about very much. But like Diana was good, but to give with credit where credit's due, Megan's gotten better.
Oh yeah.
Megan's gotten extremely better.
Megan is very good.
But
we all know, like, her improv isn't like horrible.
No.
It's good.
Improv is hard.
She's good. It is hard. That's the thing. Me and you, and even Roger, like we did it for a long time. Like for the majority of the series.
So we have experience. Yeah.
Yeah, and Megan is just used to having a scripted line.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's easier to do scripted stuff.
Yeah, to be completely honest, when we started, like, that first scene we recorded for that last episode last week.
Yeah.
Like, when my first scene, like, it had been, like, 6 months since I'd even acted.
Oh, my God.
The thing I had to do was scream.
Right? Yeah!
And I was, like, I was so intimidated. And I had no idea if I could even pull it off. But then I did it, and I was like, holy crap, how can I still do that? How do I still have it after this long? And then me and you started improvising, and I was like, as I was coming up with lines, I was like, holy crap. Like, how can I still do it? It reinvigorated me.
Yeah. It's because we have, like, we can bounce off each other really well.
Yeah.
So
me and you are good at improv, so we both can... It's like we have a mental communication.
Yeah, we share the same brain cell.
Yes, we just know.
And I think that started as early as the 2 Trilons, I want to say. Like, yeah. Roger couldn't keep up with us.
Yeah. Roger was not bad.
No.
I mean, he's a monotone guy.
Yeah.
He's chill, so he was never really good at the improv thing.
I just don't think he got into the material as much.
Oh yeah, me and Roger about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we literally stood in my kitchen from the hours of like literally like 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. talking about like life and the series and like all kinds of different topics. But one of the main ones was talking about the series, and he told me that it just got to feel like a chore.
Yeah.
Like, he thought he had to beat, and I apologize because I feel partly responsible for that. Like I got too serious about it.
You were his companion. He was your companion.
Say that again?
He was your companion.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that it felt like a chore. He kind of had to be there because he was practically the second founder of the series.
Yeah.
So he was your companion.
Yeah, I apologize to him for making him feel that way, and he told me he enjoyed it much better when it was improv and when it wasn't so serious.
Yeah.
I told him that like that's no longer the case. Like we're going back to improv. We have some serious scenes that are going to be scripted.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like even today we were going to film, and Megan, she was having a bad day, and I mean we were both just like,
yeah, we're just not feeling it.
But in the past, I feel like I never would have been rude ever about something like that. But in the back of my mind, in the past, I would have been like, dang. Like, I would have been like, crap, we can't get anything done.
Yeah.
I'm stressed out. But now, it doesn't bother me. Because I don't want to take this so seriously. I want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And I really feel like we're succeeding.
That's why when this is, like, when this series is done, after this season, I want to shift to something that's, like, more, that we can be, like, I want to do, the reason I'm so insistent on doing something comic booky is because, like, you can literally have a serious scene with the main antagonist. You can have a serious episode with the main antagonist, one episode where it's like life or death, and then the next episode you can have them like we're chasing some guy who has stretchy powers, and he's running circles around us.
Yeah.
So and it's like comic book stuff like Avengers and all that. It's so easy to shift like tones. Like for example, you have Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is like a very comedic and like joke centric film, and then you've got Avengers Endgame, which comes after.
Yeah.
Or Infinity War or whatever. So it's like it's easy, but I think also why it did get serious a lot is because we raised the stakes every series.
Yeah.
So what had happened was like it did go from just standard we're chasing this guy. Excuse me. We're chasing this guy across the universe.
Yeah.
And trying to kill him. To he has an army now and we're going to war.
Yeah.
So
I was going to bring that up earlier. It went from very simple. It went from a very easily written show to where it is now. It's not hard to write now.
No.
I guess I'm used to it.
Of course not.
But it went from very, very, very simple to there is a universal war going on.
Yeah.
Between the team as we know it, as the characters we play.
Yeah.
And the good guys against basically the devil.
I wish back then I had done more to I blame this partly because of like how young we were, but I wish we had done something more with the Doc where he didn't want to be involved. Not to where like he just was going to sit by and do nothing, but sort of like what John Hurt does during the Time War, where he doesn't fight for the Time Lords, but he fights for the people who can't defend themselves. So now the theme that we have with Trilon and his character arc is now he's slowly starting to become like Rassilon, because Rassilon will always be like, Doctor, fuck you, dude. Like, fuck you. Like, and the Doctor would be like, fuck you back. And that happens sometimes. But I just wish that I had done more with it.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that I wish I could redo.
Mm-hmm. Like all of Herobrine.
I know we've talked about redoing the series. Mm-hmm. But to be completely honest, I don't think I ever really want to. I wouldn't be opposed to making some movie or
like a remaster.
Like a remaster of a certain arc. But I like the charm that it still has. I mean, obviously it has its issues and there's things that I would like to change. But I like to look back on even the cringy episodes and just like I just think it fits. Like it feels like it's just a bunch of memories to me, and I like to be able to look back on that.
Yeah, I think I would be. The only part of the series I'd like to redo is specifically just season 2 of Wrath, and maybe the first bits of Reckoning. I want to talk about. Can we talk about Reckoning? Because that was a bit of a mess, I think.
Yeah, it was kind of. It was the. It's like the third, if we're gonna rank the series.
Yeah, like there's no, season 1 and 2. It's like part 2. It's basically is where Wrath is. Seasons 1 and 2 is part 1. Reckoning is part 2, and now Downfall is part 3.
Yeah, I meant like if we're gonna say top three.
Oh, top 3. It's the bottom.
Yeah, I'd rank. Yeah, I'd rank it as the bottom.
I don't want
I,
to.
mean, I had a lot of good memories and I loved doing it.
Mhm.
But story wise, there's a lot that I would change in Reckoning.
Also, I think there were. Well, I think the partly, like I'm old enough to admit now that, like, my mom sucked at
Yeah.
scheduling wise because I could never sit down for more than an hour and.
Yeah, we all remember that.
Oh yeah! Oh
It
my
was a
god!
rough time.
Oh yeah! But I want to say there wasn't cast infighting. Can we name drop the C guy? Can we
Who?
talk about him?
Man, like,
The surgeon.
oh yeah.
Was he like thinking about it now? He big yikes with that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to down him. I mean, we were young back then.
Yeah, I mean,
there were a lot of issues between you and him, and sometimes me and him. Like he had a lot of, we had a lot of issues between each other. I think.
pretty much, yeah. Jason was cool, but I think Jason was limited by the part he was playing.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
If Jason had been like a renegade type. If Jason had been an incarnation of the not to shit on Megan, if Jason had been an incarnation of the Master, I think he could have done a lot better.
No.
Maybe not the Master, but like a renegade Time Lord.
Yeah, I think Jason would have been a lot better if he was a Time Lord, like one of the main. Because I feel like when people think of the team, like the good guys,
they don't think of Soundwave.
Part. Yeah, they don't think of Soundwave. Soundwave is just kind of a random addition to the team. I think Jason definitely would have done a lot better.
And that version of Soundwave, like, he wasn't even Soundwave. It was just Jason playing himself.
It really was. It was just Jason himself and his own type of character inside of Soundwave. It was a bit weird.
Yeah. He died. One thing. He got stabbed through the back by a lightsaber.
Yeah.
What
You
happened?
animated that.
I animated that. Oh god, my animating. I feel like... Oh my god. There were some things that I really wanted to animate. Like, I knew that I was too big for my britches. Like, I know now that I was doing shit that I shouldn't have, like, I should have been like, no, let's slow down, do tiny things.
Yeah.
But, like... I feel like I remember one time, like, you were like, no more animations, and I was like, why? And you were like, people don't like the way they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to keep it simple even now. I'd rather try and experiment with what we had.
Practically.
Practically before we animate something. But sometimes animating things is good.
Is good, yeah. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
While I do not like that group anymore, and I would talk down about them to this day, Starlight Anomaly taught me that you can only do so much practically.
Yeah.
Because, for example, we would be doing Arrow, and when I was scripting for, speedster fights, there was some stuff where, well, I have to animate that. That has to go in my animator.
Yeah.
But nowadays, for this, a lot of stuff can be done practically, but sometimes while we were scripting, I feel like we didn't remember the limits.
Oh, yeah.
We thought big.
Yeah, definitely. I can talk about many instances in the Time War prequel series that we worked on that we paused halfway. I thought way big. way too
Oh
much.
yeah, yeah. Oh definitely.
I was definitely riding out of our facilities because
Hmm.
I just really wanted to do good with that, and that series is 100% why there were so many hiatuses for me because I overworked myself so much. Like from the outsider's perspective, a lot of people like me and you understand, but a lot of people don't understand how much work
Goes
really
into
goes
this.
into a production like that. Even
Yeah.
if it's just a little Minecraft series, it's not that popular. I have poured hundreds of hours, hundreds upon hundreds of editing and writing. It takes time. I mean, now we know what we're doing. We work hard. We write good, and now it takes a lot of time. I mean, obviously
There's
back Herobrine's Wrath days, it didn't take that much time to do stuff like that. But with Time War, it I was doing too much, and it turned me off. Like I didn't want to really participate.
yeah. There's a reason like it's taken us until both of us are adults to do this.
Yeah,
So much shit has happened to the both of us since we started this series that like how does this happen? Like
yes,
we were doing this and I like we got off and I was talking to my girlfriend and I was like I thought to myself, holy shit, wait a minute. I'm looking for a job right now. I just got off of Minecraft.
yeah.
How does this happen? It's why I think when we finish this, when we eventually tie the knot on this series and we wrap it all up in a neat little bow, um, we move on to something smaller. But not small
Yeah.
as in it's boring and it's not fun to do, but small as into where we remember our limits and we're able to cook up a good story.
Yeah.
One that doesn't get too out of hand. But
Yeah.
Jesus.
I want in the future I want to be able to write stuff that we can complete in like a good amount of time because I mean currently I'm in college. All of my friends are either in
Mhm.
college or they're already in the workforce and you're looking for your job
Oh
career.
yeah.
Like we have a lot of free time now and I
Mhm.
don't see my free time ever just evaporating to where I can
No.
never do stuff like this again. But at the same time, we got to be practical. Like
Oh yeah.
some, like especially for me, like right now, my college is 100% online due to COVID. So I have a lot of free time. Even
Shout out to
though
COVID 19.
so
Keep it real, G.
yeah,
Think about it in hindsight now. The Time War should have been an audio drama.
I think that yeah, definitely that would have been so much better. Like that's really different, and I don't know if a lot of people would have been into that on the channel.
Hmm.
I mean, my channel's obviously kind of dead right now.
Oh
but I
well.
don't care.
Well, I mean, 834 subscribers going pro. No. But like, I mean, there was a point where I think there was a point where the series became about like how do we engage people, how do we keep views up, to where fuck it, we're just doing this for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, it never really mattered.
I talked with Joseph about that. Like,
Mm.
me and him both agreed that even if it's 10 people only, I still want to do it.
Yeah, oh
Because
yeah.
it's fun
Mm-hmm.
and it's such an amazing hobby and it's so engaging and it really gets your brain going. Like I love writing. I love
yeah.
acting. I love
Absolutely.
doing all of that.
Absolutely.
I don't even think like that it's childish. Like I mean, we're playing Minecraft and we're making this stuff. Like
Well-
some adults might be like, this is
Well,
a little kid thing to do. And
look at fucking Captain Sparkles, dude. The man's made a career off his Minecraft channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Call me Carson. Even though Jay Schlatt and people like that that they've stopped now doing Minecraft, it's only because of the Twitch part of streaming. But like Captain Sparkles, fucking Sky Does Minecraft is back. Like he's doing stuff on Minecraft now. It doesn't. Minecraft's never gonna be a game that dies. I don't think. Servers are
I don't
still
think so.
active. Servers are still active and going strong.
Yeah.
But like, Yeah,
You
even,
can kind of compare its longevity to Gary's mod. Like Gary's mod is such an old game, but even now, Valve is making a shit ton of money on those servers. You know,
well, I don't see nearly as many Gmod videos as I used to popping up.
I mean, on the internet, like
Mm,
on YouTube,
yeah,
Gmod's not very popular, but from the game standpoint, it is. Like, there's a lot of people.
I
that
got,
still
yeah,
play
of
it.
course. Jesus. What was I gonna say? Um, there was so much shit that we wanted to put into the series that we never did.
Yeah,
Oh God. I I got to the point where, like, the Herobrine series just replaced Doctor Who continuity.
yeah.
Like
I mean, it still does. It still does.
Tennant's regeneration was done. It took a completely different turn in this universe. I like to sweep that under the rug. Like, when people ask
Yeah.
me about the Tenet regeneration from Wrath, I'm like, what are you talking about? The end of time happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
That's one of the many retcons.
Rose didn't die during the end of Herobrine's Wrath. What are you talking about? Doomsday happened. Time of the Doctor happened. Clara unfortunately happened.
I like to say that every single event in Doctor Who up to the end of season 10
Happened.
happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, up to the end of
fuck,
season 10.
Fuck season 11 and 12. That
Oh boy. Boy, oh boy,
I'm
oh
not
boy.
even I'm not watching that ever.
I think everything's become so agenda pushing these days.
Yeah. I wish they would focus on the Doctor,
Well, they did.
just Doctor Who.
They did, and they fucked it up.
Just
With the
I
Timeless
mean,
Child.
not in the classic way, not the direction they took it in. I just didn't like
I
it.
gotcha. I gotcha. I think that's why I kind of wanted to. Or I won't talk about that. I won't talk about that. I wanted to bring that one auspicious character back. Those auspicious characters back too for the season finale.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do what stuff sucked.
Yeah.
Did Capaldi regenerate in 10 or was Jodie was 11?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. For a second, I thought Jodie was like 13. Like ha ha ha. Capaldi stayed until season 12, and then that'd have been funny.
Yeah.
That'd have been extremely funny. So yeah, Capaldi's Doctor, we just completely replaced Jodie.
Yeah.
You remember Gavin?
I think.
Do you know? I think now he asked me one time, what happens when Doctor Who catches up to you guys? And I was like, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then it did.
Yeah, it did happen.
And Doctor Who did catch up to us. And what happened? It's in one timeline we've got current Doctor Who, and in one timeline we've got ours.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens.
Our Doctor Who part of the story is its own thing.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things in Doctor Who currently that did not happen.
I don't even want to touch what you did to the continuity of Lord of the Rings.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, because Sauron's still around, but it's supposed to be post Frodo and Aragorn's coronation.
Before I did any of that,
Yeah.
I read up on a lot of what was going on in the Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Sauron didn't die. He's not gone forever.
Mm.
It's actually, I forgot which book it's mentioned in, but at some point in time, Sauron and Morgoth, Sauron's master, return, and they can.
Hold on, my old man's calling me.
There's okay. Just gonna chill here for a second. Wait for him to get back. I don't even know if anyone's watching, but if you are, thanks. Me and Alex are having a good time talking about the series, trying not to give any spoilers away. Almost did a couple times. Says the average.
Yeah, aside from like the occasional slip up, it's actually been a lot easier to keep like a cap on spoilers than I thought it would be. Like
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna have a harder time, like as hard a time as fucking like Tom Holland. You know, like.
Oh my god.
But no, it's been easy to talk about. I have lost like, we did lose like the adrenaline of the conversation a few times, but it's been pretty easy.
Yeah.
What were we talking?
I enjoy chilling talking. I don't know, man.
What were we talking about? Yes, the genocide of every human. No. Yeah. So Sauron and Morgoth come back. Is it like
yes.
1,000
the
years?
story, yeah, like a long time. It's just like a prophecy at the end of whichever book it is. So I based that off of, I based the Lord of the Rings part of the Herobrine series off of that. Like, the Lord of the Rings universe in the Herobrine series is thousands of years ahead of all of that. So.
By the way, you are wearing my t-shirt.
Oh, he had it out again.
We did the research.
It's my size.
That's the one that we all
We'll say it's my size now, right?
Man.
Oh, I did carry it away.
Sorry, my crack dealer dropped off my supply.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Pardon me?
Hey, don't talk to me that way.
What?
You want a piece of cheesecake?
I am sorry. My
Peanut butter M&Ms. Let's talk about those real quick. Let's derail the conversation to talk about peanut butter M&Ms. Those shit are good, dude.
I do like M&Ms.
Yeah?
The winery might be hiring.
I didn't see any postings open, but
I love Reese's Pieces. I love those. I'm on a diet right now, so I can't exactly eat those, but temptation is there. Man. I can't believe it's been 3 years since we've had like a consistent upload schedule. That's insane. Can't even begin to explain how much life has happened between like these past 3 years seems like to me like time is flying by. Let's just go.
Okay. I think I'm finally back.
Oh, just okay. Hey, I have
No.
a topic to definitely address.
What's the topic?
All right, I've been meaning to talk to you about it, but the live stream, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good time talking. I'm not sure if you saw any of those weird skits me and my friend Will made.
I did. The .exe one kind of freaked me out.
Oh yeah.
The
All of those skits. We're calling it the Entity. That's the nickname me and Will come up with.
Didn't you tell me this was canon to like the Herobrine story?
Let's not give too much away. But
Okay.
yes, in a way, it's not going to be a direct story arc ever in the Herobrine series. I am, however, going to put in some like little Easter eggs about it because, okay, those skits that we made, Trent.exe, with my friend Trent, me and Will. I have these 2 Darth Maul masks for me. I've had them since I was very young.
Yeah.
And we were just chilling and we were like, let's make some weird, creepy video.
Yeah, I remember you putting in it was when we were having our quote unquote fight.
Yeah.
And you put
No, that was sleepover with Roger.
Yeah, that was sleepover with Roger. And it was like, what is this? Who's behind it? It's Alex! It's Alex! And
The whole idea behind the Roger being possessed was literally that you hacked his brain and put a chip in him and made him kill
There's an
us.
elephant here.
what is this?
It's like a donut,
cool.
like an elephant here.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You want to taste it?
Yeah, let me taste it. Let me take a little piece off. She brought an elephant ear.
You gonna eat the whole thing?
Let me see. I might like it. It's a little messy. Yeah, I'll eat a half. Here, you want to take the other half?
No,
Oh, I'll eat it.
the whole thing.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm eating an elephant ear. So if you hear me eating, yeah, you're good. So I remember the first time I ever saw. Actually, the Darth Maul mask's debut was not Trent.exe.
That was Trent.exe. Let me get back to the point I was trying to do.
Yeah, go ahead, because that wasn't before any of those horror movies. The Darth Maul mask had actually debuted on the channel long before any of those.
Did it?
There was a video where you react to Colin's new intro.
Oh yeah, that's unrelated. I forgot about that.
Those are unrelated, but that was the Darth Maul mask.
And the sleepover with Roger, that's unrelated. But starting with Trent.exe 1 and 2, the entity, whatever that Trent thing, Darth Maul mask, is a creature of very, very significant power in the idea. And with the 3 most recent skits that me and Will made, that's the main bulk of the story, is that all those 3 skits take place in different universes. And this entity is weak and having to kill humans and possess them and absorb their energy and whatnot. And eventually I'm going to put in some little Easter eggs, maybe put that thing in the background. And we have planned a real-life skit that we're going to do at some point, and we've built a map for another Minecraft skit involving the entity also.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is that it's in the same multiverse
As
as the Herobrine series.
well, technically, if you think about it.
Even the real life skits, like those, are in the Herobrine series technically.
Well, if you think about it, if we're being hypothetical about it, every project we do from the future on out is in the Herobrine multiverse because it's the multiverse and it's infinite.
Yeah.
Unless we did a comic book thing and did Crisis on Infinite Earths, then yes, everything's in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Because
And
Crisis destroys universes.
And that entity thing is just something that came it's funny, but it's kind of creepy at sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a thing to do.
Yeah, I was thinking about how you were gonna it reminded me, when you said that it was quote unquote canon, it reminded me of that one Doctor Who episode, Love and Monsters, where it's from the perspective of a human.
Yeah.
And the Doctor's like a guest character.
Yeah.
I figured how you were gonna wrap it up was he was gonna show up at the end and trap Trent and whatever fresh
And
hell.
technically, that's what I kind of did with the 3rd skit, the Minecraft one. I haven't disclosed it, and I mean, not a lot of people are watching or will watch this far into the live stream, but that was Trilon at the ending. That was this next incarnation that Trilon is about to regenerate into.
I didn't finish it. What happened at the end?
The whole concept of there's 2 halves. The first half of the Minecraft skit with the entity is just some random Minecraft character, doesn't really have a name, is being pursued by the entity because the entity absorbs mortals and whatnot to gain his power. But after all of that, which is seemingly hundreds of years, the map that we used is war-torn. There was some sort of battle, something went down, and the villagers are gone, the entity's not there, no one's inhabiting the place. And Trilon comes and sees it doesn't ever disclose in the video that it's Trilon, but Trilon comes around, he's looking around the town, and he finds shrines to Herobrine. And basically the idea of that is Trilon is going around at some point in Season 3, trying to track his shrines and find Herobrine's
Destroy them.
power source. Yes, he's trying to eliminate them and record data and just find any weak points or
I wonder if the end of season 3 will ever tie into that crossover you did with Jack Conifer.
I don't know. He actually commented on one of my videos a few months ago, and I
Really?
have him on Discord.
Dude, yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever bring that up because that was a very, very future version of Trilon. As I said, he's going to be immortal.
Yeah. As far as I know, I've never talked to Connor after that, but, I mean, he's still one of my incarnations, so...
Yeah.
He's the only other actor to have played the Doctor, so...
Yeah.
I think we mulled over it. I think the only reason I considered him not being a incarnation was because he took his channel down.
Oh yeah.
He's done that a few times.
He's got some stuff up recently. I think he's actually working on it now.
Yeah, he did something. I did critique his some of it. I did give some constructive criticism because but I don't know. I don't know if me and Connor are on good terms because I left constructive criticism on one of his videos. I believe he took it as hate.
Okay.
I have no idea. But Connor, if you're watching, the one in a billion chance that you are watching today's live stream, I like Yukaji.
Yeah, I like Connor. I like doing that little episode we did. I don't even know if it's still up.
I wonder if that was I feel like that was an original plan you and me came up with for the end of this series, where it was going to be a long flash forward in time, and Connor was going to be the Doctor by that time.
Oh my god! Do you remember? What was it called? Fury of the Time Lords. Holy crap!
Oh my god, Fury of the Time Lords, the sequel series that ran side by side.
There's no way anyone that will watch this even
knows. No, because
it's deleted.
Yeah,
because of that fucker.
That fucker. Carter.
Oh boy, Carter.
Oh, Carter. Yeah. So.
Oh my god, do you remember his part as fucking Gloric in the Star Wars tiny Star Wars arc we had? And he had a line, and me and my friends to this day laugh about it because he said it so badly, like it was bad acting. Yeah. It was just like he just went. I told him, Carter, I need you to say "you're deaf," like in a very like. J.R.H. Hunter asked who he was, and it was supposed to be intimidating. He was like, "I'm gonna kill you." You know?
Your first mistake was asking fucking Carter to do it.
Yeah.
I remember I had a huge problem with that.
Yeah. He was so monotone.
I remember I had a huge problem with you adding Carter back into the series because
I gave people too many chances. As a mistake.
I was right all this time, all these years later. I tried to tell you so. I remember I got Carter's confession once that he had deleted the channel, the videos. His excuse was one of the dumbest I had ever heard. Okay.
At the same time, when you guys mentioned Team Deep Squeak, that you would all share the account, share the password, I didn't say anything, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, you're asking for trouble.
Well,
you're asking somebody to do some shit like that.
In my defense, sharing Team Deep Squeak was not my idea.
I didn't think it was.
It was Colin's. It was Colin's.
Colin's, like, it wasn't Colin kind of over Team Deep Squeak? That was his thing. He
was not. Me and him were like the co-owners. Like, we owned it together, and he gave the password out to a bunch of people.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of unprofessional.
Now, here was Carter's excuse for why he deleted, like why we shouldn't be mad at him for deleting Fury of the Time Lords. Which, in hindsight, I really don't give a shit now, because it's so old, and it's not even canon anymore.
Yeah.
Even if it was still around, it's not canon.
Yeah.
But basically what happened was, so the story how he got the confession was Pace said he wasn't recording Carter, but he really actually was. And he asked Carter for a confession, and Carter was like, "You promised me you're not going to give this to Colin or anybody like that," because like we were on the hunt for the person who deleted the videos. Like we were going through Skype contacts, being like, "Who deleted Fury of the Time Lords? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it?"
Was that during the time that it had just happened, or was
It had just. I wasn't even in the country when it happened. I believe I was in Greece when it happened.
Oh yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I was I was on vacation in Greece when it happened. But Carter said he was mad because he had been kicked out of your series.
Oh yeah, I can give my take on that.
So
I kicked him out because we got into some dumbass fight, and I don't remember exactly why, but he said something to the effect of, he hopes my entire family dies a horrible death or something like that. So I was like, obviously, I was like, fuck you, and get out of here. So I removed him and all that shit.
Mhm.
So he got pissed off at me because I don't even know what I said. I think I said something about his mom. I don't know. It wasn't violent like he was telling me. He got pissed off at me, and then he took that out on you guys because I wasn't taking any of that crap. Like I just blocked him and stopped talking to him. So I guess he just had this built up rage, and he got pissed off at you guys, and that might have been the including reason.
Here was what Carter said happened. Carter said that he went onto the channel and marked all the videos for deletion. And when he hit the delete button, he thought it was going to give him something that said, "Are you sure you want to delete?" And it didn't.
It definitely did though. Like it every time you delete a video, it says,
Are you sure? Yeah. So, understandably, we were all like, "Carter, that's fucking bullshit."
Yeah, that's a lie.
And
Straight up.
And I had a big problem when you added Carter back because, like, dude, like
I
this.
gave him two fucking chances.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why in the world I did it. He was an ass.
Yeah.
Now I haven't talked to him in a long ass time. I don't even know if he's alive. Like that's how.
Carter. I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that he's alive, and if he is, I don't like he could. G.
No. I mean, I don't know how he is now. I don't know if he regrets it, but I don't intend to ever find out. So screw that guy.
Did you hear about the time Colin almost got in trouble with the law?
No. What?
So let's talk about the story of Colin real quick.
Hold on a minute. I don't want to get too personal. Like.
No, I mean,
Big deal.
no.
Like, I don't.
It's not a big deal, because
Okay.
when I found out about it, everybody and their mom was ripping on Colin for it, because he was an idiot. Like, he was just being an idiot. So what happened was, basically Colin departed from the series because he got really big into CS:GO.
I knew that.
Yeah, so he started his own. What's it called? The people who, like, manage CS:GO teams.
I don't know exactly what it's called.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I'm not, they have organizations.
He started his own thing, and he was making money from merchandise and shit, and he was making money by sponsoring these people.
Yeah.
He was under the legal age that you were allowed to do it.
Okay.
So he wasn't allowed to do it. So basically what happened was he lost all of his money because he was running it where I believe he lived. So Colin lives in Canada, so he wasn't considered. I believe he had to be 21 or he was like underage. He was just underage. Like,
Yeah.
he was underage, so he had to give all his money back, and he had to dissolve his company or whatever. And everybody and their mom was laughing about it because what Colin was claiming was his job was now no more.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's running another spot. I don't even know what Colin's doing these days.
No.
Yeah.
I see him online. I still have him on. I have him on Discord and Steam, but I haven't seen him play anything in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him at all. I still have Jason on Steam and stuff, and I say hi to Jason every now and then. But
Yeah.
that's about it. What else? Jason makes music now.
Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that.
He's like a really popular DJ, I think. Like his SoundCloud's pretty fire.
Nice.
I remember a running gag that was while filming Reckoning was, you know, like we were just doing. Yeah. Like,
Jason's a funny ass guy. He would.
Jason's funny, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember talking about it with Jason, and he had expressed missing it. I'd always love for Jason to come back.
I would too. I mean, if he's up for it, I'm down for it. Like, and I would guarantee him a better part.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, his abilities were not at all used. Soundwave. I would definitely write in another character for him to play. Honestly, we should definitely shoot him a message.
Oh yeah. If you have him on Discord,
I think I do. Yeah.
I'd shoot him a message. But like Jason, if you're listening, I like your cut, G. I like your cut.
I like Jason's cut.
His
like
cut's good. Soundwave's death.
He's alive currently in the series, but I mean, not in it.
Where is he?
At the moment, currently, canonically, the Surgeon is alive. Soundwave is alive. They're both off commanding different parts of the war. That's their current arc.
Is he? Oh, I thought the surgeon was killed.
No.
I thought he was killed because he
actually came back in season 2. I think it was season 2, and me and Megan and him, he was in an episode.
I have never heard the story about what happened to where he didn't stay on. From what Megan told me, he got kicked off.
Well, I kind of kicked him off because he would never show up. Like, I brought him back, and he was in that episode, and I always intended for him to kind of be a recurring character. But every single time I'd be like, hey man, we're about to film, he would just leave me on red or not respond, so I was just like, okay, I'm just writing him off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I effectively kicked him out because he was just not doing it. Like, he wasn't ever available.
I thought Megan told me that he made some not nice jokes.
I can't remember now, dude. Like, it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if Megan remembers and she like brought it up, I'm sure it'd come back, but I'm not exactly sure what he said.
Yeah, I get that.
If Megan remembers, it might have been something to her. I don't know. Maybe he insulted her or something.
Maybe. Remember when those two were gonna get married in the series?
Oh dear, yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. The Surgeon. The legacy of the Surgeon. He didn't start out as the Surgeon, did he?
No. I forgot his other character.
He was he was somebody else, and then he became the Surgeon.
Yeah. It's the same Time Lord, but he changed or something.
Yeah, Colin's characters were always a little overly complex, I think.
Yeah.
Have I told you the story of how I met him?
No.
Okay. By that same fruition, I will tell you his first role, and you will laugh your ass off. So.
All right.
So, sorry, I was eating this elephant ear. So Colin, I met Colin on Doctor Who Online. I was building a TARDIS and he helped me out. And I talked to him. I told him about the Herobrine series. I flashed my clout around, basically. That was the time where I flashed Herobrine clout around, as if being in a Minecraft series that had over some odd amount of views made me cool.
Hey man, we did good for a good
We did.
time.
We did.
We had hundreds upon hundreds of views during those times.
Yeah, so I flashed my clout around, and I met Colin through that, and I asked him if he wanted to make a series. Just guess what his first role was.
I don't know.
Joe, no, I want just guess.
I really have no.
See, I'll give you. I will give you a hint. Series 7. It was canon, and Series 7 was airing at the time.
Oh, I think you. Handles.
No,
I don't know.
we made him play Clara.
Oh dear.
Why?
Why?
His voice was the highest out of the group,
Wow.
so he played Clara, and I gotta hand it to the man. He knew how to play a girl.
That's funny.
I gotta hand it to the man.
Man,
I don't think I ever played 11 on the series. I don't think.
I definitely haven't. I don't think you have. I will be right back. I'm just gonna get a bottle of water. My throat is parched.
Yeah, go. Take your time. Stream's been running for about an hour and 7 minutes. To anybody just tuning in, we are talking about the Herobrine series, the start of it, and we're celebrating the fact that we're on the final season. So we are just basically. I'm sorry if you guys hear my ASMR eating sounds. I'm eating an elephant here. I might go throw this away soon because I'm not really digging it, but it's okay. So basically, what we're talking about is we're reminiscing about stuff. Just having a little nostalgia trip. Talking about what we might want to do next after it's all over, and what led us up to this point. The decision making aspects of it all. And yeah, anybody who's watched this far in or listened this far in, like, hard appreciate it. I like your cuts, G.
Where did you buy it from?
Yeah. I like your cuts, G. For sure.
I have returned.
Welcome back. I have not been keeping the stream occupied. It was awkward silence for a hot minute.
I think another wild thing that I definitely haven't mentioned to the viewers is, like, I have a girlfriend. She lives with me.
I feel like you've done a video with her.
Yeah, I did a video with her, but it was only one, and, like...
It was Fortnite related.
Yeah.
I saw that video. I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, she just wanted to be in a video, and I was like, I don't know. Well,
You want to play Fortnite?
yeah.
Fortnite. Make her play. I've only met her once.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We all talked, didn't we? at some-
Yeah, you're afraid for me to be have a conversation with her because of the intense sexual history we have.
That's not true.
Context
I
for
like to say that.
context for the viewers. A running gag that I try to keep consistent with Jackson is I like to tell people we were gay lovers.
Yeah, we never were.
And I've hit on the man a few times myself, but
Very upfront, not casual.
very upfront. Yeah. There are times when Jackson said to stop the recording.
Yeah.
It's been one of my favorite gags, actually.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Nasty. That's nasty. Like you would do a Cleveland Brown fist. Like, that's nasty.
Lions for nasty. Man,
What?
trying to think of any other topics we could bring up.
There is,
Series.
let me see. Oh. The incessant need to stay on 1.7.10.
Oh yeah.
This man, ladies and gentlemen, cannot upgrade his Minecraft for the life of him.
I just like one.
There's this, however, does pale in comparison to the time you refuse to update Reckoning from 1.6.4.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I hated that.
The only reason I.
Because of the laser guns mod.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Mhm.
That's the only reason I did. They didn't update that mod, and we needed some sort of futuristic weapon.
Yeah, and there was nothing else that we could have used. I feel like Flans had something.
I don't even know how progressed Flans was at that time.
That's why I want to redo specifically Reckoning, is because of all the new mods there are.
Yeah, we could definitely do better with Reckoning and retcon a bunch of stuff. And make it a lot more interesting.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the things that I had wished you had done with Reckoning was at least make Trilon like a little bit more. What's the word that I'm looking for here? Like inner turmoil of what he's doing.
Yeah, I definitely. My acting ability even then was really good. Like I could have done a lot better. I just didn't do a lot of character development with that version of Trilon, and I really should have.
I think too, because that was like, I don't know why, but that was the one we had been with since start of season 2 of Wrath, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
So just
After the resurrection, that was when Trilon became
evil, and it was weird. I think it was just weird that he became that evil.
Yeah.
And
At some point, I played with the idea that it was some sort of malfunction in the resurrection, but I did never make that official.
yeah, I believe that was an idea we mulled over. I feel like I had called it out like a few times when we were making Reckoning. I was like, don't you feel like this is a bit of a sudden heel turn? And you'd go, no.
It was really just because I wanted to be the villain.
Yeah.
Really,
We could have
I do
given,
it different.
in hindsight, we could have given Trilon somebody like a Valiard.
Yeah.
I think that was something I tried to do during Reckoning, was show, because that's a line that New Who never plays around with, but in the Sixth Doctor's era, the Master says that the Valiard is a version of the Doctor that comes forth somewhere between his 12th and 12th and final regeneration. So
Yeah.
I always wanted to play around with the idea, like, okay, this is it. This is the thing that's making the Doctor the Valeyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe there was something in a specific episode where you were just like, cut, let's do the scene over again, where I was just like straight up being like, call me the Valeyard.
Yeah.
But that would be such a like, that would be cool to do. I think about it,
Yeah.
thinking about it now, I think it would be pretty cool if here's an idea, like just spitballing an idea. The Herobrine's Reckoning, like, we leave Herobrine dead for a majority of it. Like, he doesn't come back until, like, he came back immediately.
And he didn't even die at the end of Wrath. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
And Reckoning, wasn't the ending of Reckoning, aside from the part where you went old, it was just basically one-to-one copy of Wrath, but, like, with you surviving.
It really was, yeah.
Yeah. So, here's what would be cool. If Herobrine isn't even the villain that season, but it's like the Valeyard made by Trilon's destroyer cells mixing with some regeneration energy, and it creates him. And so it's like that could be like out of context. That could be taken really weirdly, but it's like a hybrid of the Doctor and Trilon.
Yeah.
And so he's like really evil, but he has like some of the Doctor in him.
Yeah. That is very interesting. I would be willing to play around with that.
Yeah, and if anything, if we don't really want to touch Minecraft with Doctor Who in it after we wrap this up, we could always do an audio series.
Yeah. That would be really. That's obviously a lot easier to do, considering there's no visual, there's no limit at all.
I've been talking about it for a long time since we started back up. I barely have it in me to like do anything Doctor Who anymore. I know you and Megan want to do something fantasy.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of fantasy. Even me, Megan, and Diana, sometime last year, we talked for a really long time and threw around some ideas with a future series, and it was purely fantasy, and it was based in sort of like a Minecraft-based thing. It was like the Nether, but there was some sort of society in the Nether, and there was a bunch of different factions and stuff. And I'm not opposed to that. I'm really a big fan of fantasy, and if we could base some sort of series on Minecraft, I mean, obviously, we'd be making it in Minecraft, so it'd be a lot more practical to do something like that.
We could always do like D&D basically. I mean, that's not Minecraft, but we could have like a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be something people might enjoy watching. It's just like a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
That
I'm not opposed to that.
Okay,
I've
fine.
never ever really tried D&D. The only time I've ever even witnessed it
was
was
mine.
that time I sat in, yeah.
Yeah, that campaign never got finished, by the way.
I didn't think so. You didn't really talk about it much after that.
No, something happened where some fallen outs happened, so we weren't really able to continue. I wasn't able to continue because we had basically lost 3 of the 5 that were a part of it.
One of those people, some girl, I don't remember her name, pissed me off. I was kind of uninterested in being a part of that after that.
What was she like?
I don't remember. I don't want to be like judgmental, but she sounded like she was black.
Oh, that's probably Naya.
She just pissed me off. Like
Yeah.
I mentioned I was from Alabama, and then she said something. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, Naya pisses a lot of people off. Naya's a good friend of mine, but I can see why she pisses people off. She's not with no filter at all.
One of the things that just my whole life that's always pissed me off is people think so low of Alabama, but where I live in Alabama, it's so great.
I mean, can you blame them?
I mean, the only thing people know about Alabama is what people like. Incest. That's like number 1. That is not common at all. It's just because.
Yeah, it's more common.
Dating back.
It's more common
back
here
to
in
this
like
thing.
Florida.
yeah, like I know of like one situation of incest, and that's it I've ever heard of. I mean, it's not like incest is not a thing in other places. It's just annoying. Like where I live in Alabama, it's beautiful. My entire family lives here. I grew up here. It's a great place. Some people are asses. Like there's some very dumb people around here, but for the most part, it's a great place. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I get
it,
you.
it just upsets me that there's so many people that have such a low opinion of it.
I'm just afraid that if I bring a black friend to Alabama, y'all lynch him.
Don't get me wrong. There are some racist people in Alabama.
Oh yeah. That was the joke I was trying to make. I don't think I ever really hear about much incest in Alabama. You're right, but I hear a lot more about racism in Alabama. That's always been like my thing. Like I've made the occasional Alabama's incestuous joke, but
Yeah.
like it's always been more racist.
It really, really depends on
The area.
where you are. Yes, like there's a lot of cities, a lot in Alabama where it's more current and modern. People aren't bigots, but there
Yeah.
are people where I live, up in the country, up on the mountain. There are a lot of people that are still assholes and bigots and shit. I mean, it happens, but for the most part, it's good. It's good. Anyway, got a bit off topic there.
I mean, it's a podcast that happens.
Yeah, we're just talking.
Mm-hmm. I think no matter what we come up with after the series, it's gonna be hard to come up with new
New
stuff.
material.
Yeah, new material for.
One thing I know for certain is I want to do something very original. Like, even if we have to base it in Minecraft or whatever.
Of course.
I'd like to, like, every single character, I want to have a backstory I want to write, and I want to have a specific personality in mind. Like, I want to be very original with it. Whatever that may be.
That's fair. I think I just generally want to do something, like, even if it's original, I just want to do, like, a superhero themed thing. That's my niche right now.
I like superhero stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not huge on it, but it's like, it's entertaining.
I feel like if you can, like,
And it is really popular right now, too.
mhm. I feel like we could come up with something original.
Oh, yeah. Me and you, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like, it'll take inspiration from some stuff for sure.
Yeah.
As
But
all,
not like direct mentioning.
yeah. Not like it's not like we're gonna be throwing around like Batman's in this universe.
No.
Absolutely not.
Surprise, Jack Sparrow is in the superhero universe.
The Flying Dutchman comes out of the water near the ports of whatever 2019 city we base this in.
Yes. Man.
Somebody just PM'd me and said, "Binary, be nice to the Alabamians." I'm laughing about it.
Thank you. Even if it is sarcasm.
I will be right back. Keep the stream occupied.
Alright. I'll keep them occupied. Have you ever heard of the story, the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I would actually go on and on about that, but I don't know the exact answer.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi tell. It's a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis the Wise was. I remember it. I know it word for word. It's just I haven't told it all.
One thing I do know almost word for word is the beginning cinematic of the 5 zombie map from Black Ops 1. I'm not joking. It makes every one of my friends laugh. 'Cause like, I never even got hugely into zombies. But I just know it, because when I was younger, I would be terrified of that game mode. And I just remember that cinematic for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, though?
I mean, yeah.
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell. It's a Sith legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Totally.
Darth Plagueis, he was so powerful. He could influence the midichlorians
Yeah.
inside the Force, and he could create life.
Yeah. it's
He could
crazy,
even
man.
now hear me out. This is the crazy part. He could even stop the ones he loved from dying.
Is it
No. Do you want to know what happened to him?
possible?
Do you want to know what happened to him first?
Yeah.
Well, he taught everything he knew to an apprentice. And, one night, the apprentice snuck into his room and killed him. It's ironic. He could stop the people he loved from dying, but he couldn't save himself.
Ironic.
Yeah. Now what were we gonna ask? What were we gonna ask?
Is it, Alex? Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi. Not from a Jedi. I think I also, this and another scene I know from heart is, the when he's telling Vader to go to the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, from this point forward, every single Jedi, including your friend Obi-Wan Kenobi, is an enemy of the Republic. Go to the Jedi Temple. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy. Wipe every single one of them out. And then, when you are done, go to the Mustafar system. Kill Viceroy Gunray and all of his separatists. And then, we shall have peace.
I remember that very vividly.
I actually met Ian McDiarmid.
Really?
Yeah, I went to a con and he was doing a panel.
That's insane. That's awesome.
And I feel like I went. Oh, I also met Colonel Sanders.
No, you didn't.
I did. I'm not joking. I'm not.
Hasn't he been dead for a long time?
No, it was the new guy, like the actor.
Oh, the commercial.
He was dressed up as Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
He had a security guard with him.
Nice.
And he was walking around. He had a scowl on his face the entire time. And when somebody photobombed the colonel, the security guard came up and was like, "Don't do that again."
That's funny.
And I remember the funniest thing is I went out to a con with a friend and I was laughing my ass off because the colonel went up to like one of the food vendors and he looked at it with disgust. And I was like imagining he's like, this? None of this is Kentucky Fried Chicken. It should be KFC in here. Should be KFC. Should be.
You know who Owen Wilson is, right?
Yeah. Wow.
My girlfriend's brother, Austin, has met Owen Wilson and Ed Helms, that guy from The Office that plays Andy, and he plays that guy in The Hangover. Apparently, according to him, Ed Helms is an absolute jerk, and he was an ass and did not want to talk to him at all when he met him. But he said Owen Wilson was like the nicest guy of all time, and like took him to like the actor's specific food table that had all the really good food.
Oh.
Because her brother was like had an agent and all this stuff, and he got like deals and like as background characters and all this.
Oh,
stuff.
so
he
extras.
went on,
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to meet Owen Wilson. And he just kind of talked with Owen Wilson for a long time and hung out with him.
About like the
It's just a
acting,
funny story.
the acting process.
Mhm.
Hmm. You know.
Wow.
My girlfriend does that sometimes. I love it. I love when she does that. Because whenever she's like, in a joking manner, she takes something like as an insult, she'll go, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Like, it's funny. It's funny. If
I love.
my girlfriend's listening, I like you cut, G.
I like it good.
She's like, don't ever say that on stream ever again. I would love if she was just listening and she like messaged me back and was like, I like your cut, G.
I like your cut too, G.
Thanks, Jackson. What was that noise?
It's my keys.
Oh. You going somewhere?
No, it's just got something on it. I don't like it. It's cleaning it.
I don't like it.
Chains.
My keys have tape around them.
Nice.
They're broken, so I taped them up.
What kind of car you drive, man? Truck?
I drive a truck. I drive a Ford F-150, 2005.
Nice.
It sucks. I need
I
to
like
get a new one.
F-150s.
I need to get a new car, cause like, the car actually only being able to use that has cost me jobs because my dad's been like, that truck can't deliver pizzas. I was like, it can. It can.
Yeah.
It can. It's just that there was. Good.
My first car was a 2013 Camry. It was amazing, and I told you I got in a wreck and wrecked that thing.
Yeah, you
And,
briefly mentioned it.
Yeah, and that was in March or April, something like that. Maybe May. And now I have my dad has this Audi. It's like the car that everybody will take to go like on a dinner. You know, just it was a spare car. So now that's my main vehicle. It's mine, and it's, oh my god, it's so amazing. It's like, originally we were going to buy another car, but then I was just like, Dad, we have this car. Why can't I just, you know? There was a big miscommunication. I thought he didn't want me to have it as my regular car, but then I was like, Dad, I mean, I can. He was like, all right. So now it's my main vehicle.
Yeah.
We really do need to fucking meet up.
We do. You came into St. Augustine one weekend, I think.
I know, and you were not there.
Yeah, I wasn't there. You did come to Florida recently, but it was like a 5-hour drive.
Yeah.
I was like, I
was in Destin. No, I was in Fort Walton, and I was like, that was 5 or 6 hours away.
Fort Walton, and I remember I was like, the thing was, I was like, you were in Fort Walton, but I was also really trying to get Jasmine to go on a date with me. So I was like, Jackson or Jasmine? Like,
I mean, no offense taken.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Like, I'm like,
it's very possible that I could come down there. I just don't have the money right now. The only thing is the hotels are expensive.
I could find you a cheap hotel.
If you could do it.
The one that I just stayed at with Jasmine last weekend only cost about $80 plus tax.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I find good deals, dude. I find good deals.
Seriously, like,
I know what I'm about.
Find me a good deal, because I have the gas money, I have the food money.
You
I
should
just need to get to
honestly, you're better off taking a plane.
I can drive, dude. I really can.
You are, but I mean, I guess, yeah, I can find you a pretty cheap hotel. I know what I'm about.
What would it be? Hold on a minute. Distance. Hold on, I can go to the maps. It'd be about 9 hours. I'm calling it. 9 hours. I don't think I'd drive all the way there in one day. I think I'd drive halfway, stay at a little cheap hotel.
Where even is Alabama?
Directly above you.
Really?
Yeah.
Map of the United States.
You're in Orlando. Oh. You're in the city that starts with an O that's really popular, ain't you?
No, I'm in Leesburg now.
How do you spell that?
Leesburg.
Leesburg.
Doxing myself on stream.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna be able to just find you down there. It's an 8-hour drive. That's but it's through Atlanta. I could do a little.
You could deal with a little Atlanta.
Fuck that. Fuck that. I've been to Atlanta once, and I was in the passenger seat, and it made me nervous. I thought I was gonna die. Jesus Christ.
Just speed. Just speed.
God no.
I've actually been to Atlanta a few times because my stepdad used to go there a lot.
I hate Atlanta. I hate it.
Do you? You do? What's wrong with Atlanta?
Just the traffic. That's it.
Just the traffic. Well, you said you were gonna die. I was like, what did you pass through? Like a neighbor, like the ghetto?
No, just the traffic itself through the core of Atlanta. Really bad.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Atlanta is only 3 hours from me. Not that far.
You're like, sorry, Alex, I don't want to meet up. I gotta pass through Atlanta.
No, I could easily make some turns around that.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I mean, there's plenty of roads, so I can just take an exit.
Who would be your best man if you got married to your girlfriend?
That is a hard question.
I always figured
I know that
it would be Roger.
He is one of the contenders. There's 3 people. It'd either be my dad, Roger, or my friend you've never talked to him. His name's Will.
I've heard of him.
He's the one that made those skits with me. Definitely, those are the 3 I would choose.
Word of advice: you don't ever want your dad to be your best man.
Man, my dad is a great guy, man.
Yeah, but I was the best man at my stepdad's wedding. And
did it not go well?
it's really awkward. It was awkward. Because you're standing in front of all these people, you know. And, I mean, how old's your dad?
47.
Yeah, he'll want to be sitting down. Because the service is a long time.
You're right. He probably will.
Yeah, you're going to want to get somebody who's used to standing for, like, a few hours. I only think I have one other person, like, if I were to get married to Jasmine, who would be my best man? Well, probably my friend Angel. You've never met him, but he's cool. Either that or you. That's the only.
Really?
Those are the only 2 people that I would make my best man.
Awesome. I'm touched.
You are too.
I mean, I would honestly consider you, but you're so far away.
Oh, dude, for something like your wedding, oh, dude, I'd be up there in a heartbeat.
Man, that's awesome.
Like for my friend Jackie's wedding, I'm going. That's all the way in California. I'd be going to California.
I would love to be going to California.
Get married in California?
No, just like to visit.
Why don't you get married in like St. Augustine?
I don't know. I don't want to spend a shit ton of money on the wedding. I mean, it's not gonna be anytime soon, I don't think.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course. You don't even know if that's the woman you want to be with.
I do. I really do.
Oh well.
I've been as of 2 days ago, it was 3-year anniversary.
That's right. You did mention that.
3 years, man.
3 years. I'm pretty sure. pretty sure Jasmine would actually honestly invite Augie down to be her bridesmaid, her maid of honor.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, when I do eventually have my wedding, I'm inviting you and Megan and
Megan.
all everybody. Yeah, I would invite Megan.
Megan, yeah, Megan's cool. Megan lives in Tennessee, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if she'd like to like to come.
You gonna invite Joseph?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Joseph. What is? I actually know what Joseph looks like. I don't ever think I'm gonna do it now, but I almost ghost wrote Joseph's autobiography.
Really?
Yeah, I almost ghost wrote. I think this was just an excuse for me to actually get to know the guy, but I was like, let me ghost write your biography, and so me and Joseph sat in call for like 2 hours, and he talked about his life. And I'm not mean to the guy. I love Joseph. But he talked about his Minecraft and YouTuber career. Because how many subscribers did he have at the time?
He's around 20,000. He still has around 20,000.
Oh my god. Joseph is... How? How is Joseph so much more popular than us? He's like the cool kid. He's like the cool kid that I'm embarrassed to be around because like I'm not cool enough for Joseph.
I really did. I looked up to the guy.
Yeah, Joseph. I was in one of Joseph's movie reviews.
Oh yeah, which one was it?
I reviewed Resurrection F with him.
Oh yeah.
And I always tried my best to be like a crack addict on his streams. So like people would want me back.
Yeah.
So I would be like, do another single butter.
Yeah, just act a certain way.
Or just act like an idiot, yeah. God, excuse me. I got the burps today. Joseph. I'm actually... Are we allowed to talk about Joseph? Like... Are we allowed to say he's coming back?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I replied to a comment. 2 of my most recent comments were about him, and I just said, let's just say you'll find out very soon.
Yeah. Yeah, Joseph is coming back. I'm kind of excited to see him come back, quite honestly.
Yeah, me too. He's been messaging me a lot, and he's really, really missing the creative ability and getting filming done and just having fun and everything. And
Mob Island.
I really have missed having him on board.
I think Mob Island was the funniest thing that you guys had done together.
I loved Mob Island, dude. Oh my god.
You were like this dumb zombie.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved Mob Island. It was so original. It was so well put together. And then Bradley decided he didn't want to do it, and he was such a huge major character that it just like made the series fall apart.
The last video that has ever been uploaded on his channel is Jameson. It's 2 years old.
We're still we were talking about that. We still want to do it. It's based on Frank from Lost Tides. It's his backstory, which is me. I still really want to do that so bad. It's such an amazing idea. Man, I really want to get on that at some point also.
I feel like after all this time, I feel like a dick for the way I acted on Lost Tides.
I can't really remember much of your... I wasn't like around for your filming.
Joseph had always felt like I didn't want to do it. Because I was always so much more excited to do yours, our Reckoning and stuff, as compared to Lost Tides. It wasn't that... I don't think it was because Lost Tides was boring. It's just I didn't like while I was playing. I guess I was playing the bad guy. I just didn't have as much creative freedom as I did with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was less motivated, and I was a dick to because I had to keep telling Joseph that I just wasn't interested. That it wasn't that I wasn't interested. It was just that I had time constraints, which was true. I had it. It was hard for me to find time. I had just as much time to film with you as I did with Joseph. Like, my folks made it hard to film with Joseph. And so, basically, it left me backed into a corner where I had to decide what should I do? What would I do? Reckoning or Lost Times. Yeah. And thinking about it now, with how much I like playing villains, I would probably, back then, if I was as old as I was back then, I probably would have chosen Lost Tides.
Mm-hmm.
Of the Herobrine series. Like, I like playing the Doctor, but it gets boring after a while, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I only have so much that I can... Acting room, I guess. I think with 15, this latest incarnation, I've been able to do a lot. But I want to regenerate soon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting tired of it. But I know that when...
That's definitely very doable, because Trilon's regenerated, the Mistresses has regenerated.
I want to hold this.
Room.
I want to play this one close to the chest, though. Because I at this point, with how close we are to the end of the series, I don't see a point in doing it this soon. Like, I don't see a point in doing it right now. Because that would just be like a time waster.
Yeah.
Like, for the Doctor to have to recover over his regeneration, and I'd rather save it for like the final episode and leave people wondering what this new face looks like. So if we ever did do a sequel series, I could bust that one out.
Yeah.
But I think again that's why I'm excited to do like something fancy. I want to do something with like, this is an idea that I've had. If we're gonna do fantasy, I want to do something like Artemis Fowl, where there's the modern world and there's the fantasy world, which is like a secret world.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Because then you could have
Kind of the same thing Harry Potter has.
You
Like, it's very secret, no one really knows about it.
Yeah, you could also do like magic versus science, where like there could be supervillains or superheroes created by science, and then there's like people who use magic.
Yeah.
So you could do magic versus science if you wanted.
We could do that.
We could do
Interesting.
that. Be very interesting. Well, Jackson, this has been incredibly fun, and it made me want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
But I think
I had a lot of good time.
I think that we should cap it off here.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we've talked about a very lengthy amount of things.
Yeah. To those who have stuck through the entire stream, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you listening in. And to all those who have been watching the Herobrine series from start to finish, thank you.
I like your cut.
I like your cut, G. Anything you want to say to your adoring fans, Jason?
Well, I just really hope they enjoy what we have to offer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really hope that they stick to it and witness the end of the series, and then hopefully they